Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Broad Motherfucking Topics. I'm your host, Kim Congdon, here with my co-host,
Alex Scarlato.
Hi.
Hi, Kimmy.
How are you?
I'm good. We got up early today.
We got up so fucking early.
You're witnessing us at the crack of dawn.
Truly, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
I'm so tired.
We've had a long week.
We've had a long week.
We've had a lot of shenanigans.
Not
even. We've just been working.
Not even, to be honest. Not even really working.
It's truly exhausting.
We've spent a full week the best way to describe it is just trying to work.
We've been trying to work.
Yeah.
And then it's like when the day is over and we feel like we have 20 minutes to ourselves, it's like there's 1,000 things to be done. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
My fridge stinks at my apartment.
Yeah.
Comment below. Tweet at us if your fridge stinks. My fridge stinks currently.
Sometimes their fridge stinks.
I've left the house 4 days this week knowing that my fridge stunk and that I had no time to deal with it today.
Well, when we first realized that the fridge was starting to stink, it was in the fridge, and now it's leaked to exterior fridge.
I hate to tell you this, but I feel like I noticed the fridge was starting to stink like the day before you arrived in town. I just haven't had a moment to go through. I mean, we get home at night. We literally want 20 minutes to draw a picture. It's like we get home, we got to do things that we want. We got to roll a joint if we want to smoke. We smoke. That takes 10 minutes.
You're making it sound like we have a lot of time for fun.
I had to change your cum sheets.
Yeah. Well, listen, if you're noticing a little bag under my eye, I got to tell you right now. You guys know I'm a little OCD.
Yeah.
A little bit. I wouldn't say OCD like everything has to be perfect and organized because I'm messy still. But Alex had to change my cum sheets because she announced that when I left for a day, her and Mac fucked in my bed.
Well, I wasn't going to let her sleep in cum sheets.
So now I think subconsciously I slept worse knowing that someone had fucked in the room. Even though
that's crazy.
People fucking rooms.
That's crazy. Your sheets were actually nicer last night than the ones that I had given you earlier in the week.
But I felt like Mike's cum was in the air.
It wasn't though. The Mike's cum, I'll tell you, it's not in the air. It's
on me. It's in me.
Perhaps around other things, it touches items, but it doesn't dissipate into the air. It's a thick load. It's a thickie. It's hefty.
Ew.
It's not like it sprays like when somebody sneezes and you see it mist out into the air.
That's how I imagine it.
Why would you think Mike would mist from his dick? He doesn't give off anything misty about him, okay? He gives off gooey, if anything.
Yeah.
He's giving goo.
He gives goo.
He gives goo. So I don't even know why he would think that.
Yeah. You're right. I don't know. Do you think any of my thoughts have logic with them?
Yeah, I think a lot of them do, but not this one.
No. Yeah, there's no reason. I tried to talk myself out of it. I was like, you stay in hotels regularly.
Do you know how people come in hotels? They come without a care.
No, they come to the ceiling hoping it drips on the next person.
I love hotel sex because it's no rules almost.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'll come on the phone.
Should we shit on the walls? What are we doing? Should we make art with our own shit on the walls?
It is so true. When you're at a hotel, you're the freakiest you could ever be.
I'm a different person. I'm actually an escort when you take me to a hotel.
Yeah, I'm like, should you make me bleed? I'm like, for some reason, I want to bleed.
I want to see red on these white sheets.
There's also always specifically one. You get a hotel, and if you're with someone, when you get a hotel, you always get two beds. You get one fuck bed and one clean bed.
You know, I like that.
You've never thought of that?
Never thought of it. I feel like it's happened by accident.
Oh, no.
But I feel like there's something cheap. I don't know why. Like, it makes me feel fancy to be like a couple sharing a king-sized bed at a hotel. There's something that feels cheap about having two beds for two people that are going to sleep in the same room.
I gotta tell you.
I don't know why cheap's the word I'm using, but I mean it.
No, cheap's the word because it's people that are splitting rooms.
No, but like when you know you don't need to split the room and you're choosing to use the two beds,
Alex,
it feels cheap to me.
There's nothing like a bed that you could just come all over and then take a shower and move on to a fresh bed.
No, I love that. I love your plan. It's only happened to me by accident. Like, I've never thought of recreating the accident on purpose. You know what I mean?
Right. I feel you.
I like the thought of it, though.
I love a hotel.
So you didn't sleep well, even though the cum sheets were trashed.
The cum sheets were gone.
No.
No, you didn't throw them away. They were haunting me in the corner of the room. I could see them.
Okay, so you
And
not even a little cum in the corner
Not even
of the
that.
room?
Not even that. The sheets were balled up and her sex underwear were next. I just have to imagine. It's hard to sleep when you're imagining Mike sliding panties off anyone.
I mean, grow up. Grow up is what I say to that.
I can't.
I know that you've imagined worse people sliding panties off worse people.
I've had worse people slide panties off me.
Yeah, so
But
grow up.
I can't.
And you know what? It wasn't even like
I've never had
it's
anyone
not
in
like,
star drippy
by the way, it's
glasses.
not like he came onto the sheets like that. Like she's acting like there's like sheets that if you touch a certain corner of them, they're filled with like seed. It's like no, there was a little sweat on the sheets.
Ugh. Ew. I would rather you guys be abstinent when I come.
Grow up. You can't stay over anymore then.
Yeah. If I can't fuck Mac, you're out.
He already gets annoyed when you come to town.
He did.
Then you take sex away from him.
I don't know if we talked about this already, but I've been racing him to shotgun.
Racing him to shotgun drives him nuts, dude.
It drives him crazy.
There was another story
when I'm
we
staying
wanted
at
to
his
tell.
place and then I call shotgun, but I don't care.
No, whoever calls shotgun first gets to sit in the passenger seat. That's just the rule.
That's the rules of the car.
Sorry, boyfriend. There was something else about Mike that we wanted to say, I feel. It was something like wild. Oh, craft services.
I can't believe that just him having sex in his own home was my first complaint when this happened.
Yeah, this was wild.
This
was
actually
the first time in like a while that I was like a little upset with him. He doesn't even know it, but I was like, ugh. Like the whole process from beginning to end was
Mike did something stupid.
Yeah.
He did something dumb. He's listening to this right now. He's
and then
wondering.
he doubled down.
And then he doubled down. He did two dumb things. And I would say the second might have, I can't even tell which one's more embarrassing.
The first one's more embarrassing. The second one's dumber.
Yes. Okay, you're right.
Yeah, I was there. I experienced. It's embarrassing for who? Me.
Yeah, actually, both were wildly embarrassing for Alex.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's talk. You tell the story, because if I tell the story, he's gonna be like, "You tell the story."
So Mike. So
there's
at Gas Digital, there's a production happening next door. There's some sort of movie being filmed, and they have truly been in our fucking way.
Listen, I don't know how big of a budget they've got. I don't know if I could say it's a big movie, but I could tell you that they are acting like it's a big fucking movie. They're like quiet on the set and like looking us in the eye. Where I'm like, we're doing
not
a
part
podcast.
Of you.
Sorry,
we have to leave and go get lunch. I am sorry that you chose to film in the East Village.
It's crazy. It's truly crazy. They're using the backyard too. They're really invasive. They're all over.
We
they
go
literally
out to smoke
shushed
and they
us during
shushed
a
us.
business meeting yesterday.
Yeah.
Go out to smoke, but truly, we were having a meeting with Bobby Hutch that we've been waiting a month to have.
Yes. And the thing about that is I think you guys were too soft on them. Because you know what? In LA, if you're in a neighborhood and someone's filming, this is a little trick for all my friends who are if you ever happen to be living where someone's filming, when they're filming, just be very, very loud and they will literally pay you off to be quiet. They're like, if you're quiet for an hour, we'll give you $1,000. And it was shocking to me that you
said this yesterday.
I said it yesterday.
We could have sang the Star Spangled Banner.
I said it yesterday. I said we should just get a check from them and be loud, and they should pay us to be quiet. We have to lose work. We're actually losing money for their movie.
It's annoying.
For some reason.
It's annoying. It's taking up the whole block. We had an argument with a huge dude the other day who was there to save them parking a day in advance.
Well, the night before, they in production can get permit passes so they can park their production cars, but they only are for certain days.
They had the permit pass posted for Wednesday at 6 p.m.
And Tuesday, when we're looking for parking for a podcast, these fuckers have a dude with their own cones blocking the spots for them the night before. And I'm like, you can't block the spots. It's until Wednesday. And he's like, no. And I was like, yeah, actually, you can't. I was like fully halfway out the window trying to fight this guy.
I was meek, like a little.
I was like, what do you mean? Who says that? And he didn't say anything. I go, what company? Are these your cones? What company?
Yeah. It was annoying. It was a lot. And they were Con Edison cones, and we kept being like, do you work for Con Ed? And he was like, no, but you can't park here.
It's like, you can't just say that. You can't
makes
just
no sense. I don't know what to say.
We can't park there because your boss.
Are you going to fight my car?
Because your boss, Lindsay, said no.
Yeah.
That's not how life works. Lindsay don't get what Lindsay wants.
Lindsay is an annoying cunt, honestly.
Truly.
Yeah.
I gotta sneeze. Hold on.
Go ahead. Give us a couple in a row. Yep. Keep going. Yep. I know the way she sneezes.
She knows my sneeze.
I know her.
So there's a huge production happening. It's just a lot. And we and
Mike and I got here at like 11 a.m. yesterday.
Walk me to the process of what happened.
Bright and early, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. We got a great free parking spot. Everything is just cream cheese. I don't know.
I get it. I love cream cheese.
Everything's cream cheese. Spread nice and easy. You know, the spread.
The cream cheese when it's warm on the bagel.
But apparently on the walk to the studio, Mike must have been thinking about cream cheese because he took a look to his left and saw this massive, beautiful Craft Services, which does make me think it's a big budget film. Like, they have a whole tent set up for Craft Services, and it actually looks like they've put a store on the street. There's 2 guys serving coffee, iced coffee, croissants. It's the most beautiful Craft Services I've ever seen in my life. So, I mean, not too much to my surprise, Mike took a look over and said, I'm going to go get coffee from their Craft Services. He's like, I want a coffee.
What did you say to them?
I said, no, let's just go in. I was like, let's go into the office. Let's not do it, please.
And then what did he say?
He's like, no, it'll be okay. And I was like, they're not. I said everything. I said, they're not going to let you. It's going to be embarrassing when they find out that we're not part of the crew. You can't just watch. There's 1,000 people watching, by the way. It's not like Craft Services is empty and everybody's inside.
Every once in a while on a set, there's a table you can walk by and grab a chips. I get it. But this is a very... They're paying attention. They had a guy out all night to hold parking.
There's a line producer behind us who turns around and tells everybody on the street, we're taking 10, everyone. Relax for a second. I mean, everybody involved with this production is in our 10-foot vicinity. And Mike's like thinking that we'll just blend in with the crowd.
The fact that neither of you blend in very well.
I mean, I don't remember what I was wearing yesterday, but I didn't look like a part of this movie.
No.
I had my backpack on.
I'm sure you had your weed backpack and a different pair of drippy glasses.
A different pair of drippy glasses, keys in my hand like I'm about to walk into one of these buildings. It was just completely off. So, but you know, I love my man. I stand by my man.
One thing she does is she stands by her man.
I'm a great girlfriend, you guys.
She is.
Anybody who's jealous of me dating Harrington, you're right. You should be.
She's a great girl.
Truly the fucking best.
Truly stands by the fucking dumb shit he does.
I give him a break on things that aren't worth arguing over. I'm like a good girl.
You are.
So I said, is this really worth ruining our cream cheese morning? The man wants a coffee. Maybe he'll get away with it. I'm like, and he's going, what do you want? I'm like, I want nothing. I want nothing but to be in the studio right now.
Yeah,
I just want to be downstairs.
Don't ask me what I want.
By the way, the one thing that he wants to order there is literally the one thing that we have here. It's like, take a croissant. Try to mooch a bagel off these people.
Please get something.
We have coffee downstairs.
You're not even stealing right.
It's 30 feet away. The coffee that you love here. You literally are always talking about how it's the best coffee.
You love the coffee. Why do a crime?
So he walks. First of all, we wait in line behind like 2 people. I'm standing there. I'm looking at my phone. You know when your phone is just a crutch? Yeah. Like, it's not a crutch, actually. I mean, a crutch in a good way.
No,
like,
you having
it's helping
to wait
me.
while production's watching you two try to also
steal.
I hate to say it, but Mike looks like he'd try to scheme a coffee. Like, it's like he has scheme coffee face.
I mean, yeah, and that's why I couldn't fault him for trying. I was like, you look like you were born to do this.
You guys don't not look like you steal.
And you know what? I don't steal, but I respect that I look like I steal.
You look like you steal.
When you're dressed in sunglasses like this, people just assume that you steal. I don't know why.
People assume.
It's like that. It's not only that they're cheap, but that they're so specialized. It's like, who gets a specialized item for $12?
Yes.
It's stealing kind of vibes.
Totally.
I totally understand that.
Yeah.
But I don't steal.
Your phone's a crutch at this point.
My phone is like, but it's a good crutch. It's like, I can't walk without this thing. It's the only thing saving me from looking other people in the eye on this film set. And he gets up, he full on orders the coffee. The guy is making the coffee for him. And a lady taps him on the shoulder like this. And she's like, excuse me, are you guys a part of this crew? And he goes, what? He does. Like, he was shocked to hear the question. Like, he didn't hear her, or like he was shocked to hear the question.
But I know exactly how he said it. I know how both of his dumb eyebrows
you know how
went
his eyebrows moved?
Yeah,
I remember the eyebrow move.
What?
He
truly...
He went, he went, what?
Truly flabbergasted.
shocked. When in reality, I know that if anybody comes up to talk to us, that is the only question they've got. Who doesn't know that?
Yeah.
So that in itself is already kind of embarrassing. They're like, what? Like, dude, you have to play this off because I'm not explaining
What he should have said has been like, oh, I thought the coffee was for sale. He should have just pretended he was an idiot who'd never seen a production set before.
Which honestly he could have played that off.
Of course.
He wasn't thinking on his toes.
He could have been like, no, I don't. I was just buying a coffee. That's exactly would have been my answer.
Premeditates a crime like this without thinking. That's the face he gave.
He just walked in.
Face he gave.
He just walked in, dude. It's wild that we would be talking about him as he walked in, making the face of when he got caught.
Who premeditates a crime like this and doesn't have a backup plan? It's crazy.
We're talking about how you try to steal coffee from craft services. We are. Yeah.
Look, he's proud still.
Look, he's proud. Look, he has another coffee in his hand. He got
it from craft services this morning when nobody was looking.
Oh, man. What a sneaky man.
Sneaky. So the guy's pouring him coffee, and the lady's like, you're not a part of this, whatever. Are you a part of this? And he goes, what? And then he...
Not to what?
He takes a second to gather himself, and he goes, oh, no.
And then what'd she say?
She goes, oh, well, this is for people who are part of our production only.
Obviously.
You can't have it. And he was like, he tried to argue back. I swear to God. He went, oh, I was just looking to get a coffee.
Not him doubling down. He wants this coffee, man. He wants his coffee when he
Not the double down before the triple down.
Not the double down before the triple down before you get actual coffee at your studio that you already have. Sure, he's begging to get on mic and defend himself.
They already made the coffee.
No, it's down there. It's down there. They made it for the production. They had 400 people waiting for coffee. It's made for. That's like saying they already made the coffee here. So a fucking homeless person from the street. Well, no, that's not the comparison I want to make right now. I take it back. Pretend I never said that. But
someone's not misting into the air later.
Some random dude comes in and says, no, I'm not here for anything. I just want a cup of coffee, which I know you would serve to him because you're a nice guy, but that's not the point. Lewis would beat the shit out of that person. All right, you guys, let's take a quick second from this exciting show to talk about one of our favorite sponsors. You guys know them. You love them. It's rockauto.com, the online store with every auto part you need at the best possible prices. This is your one-stop shop for everything auto parts. RockAuto.com has been in business for 20 years, and they make it easy to find the parts you need at the best possible prices. No more talking to counter guys who need to order your parts, aren't really sure what you're looking for, never have quite what you need, and then after all the hassle will still charge you storefront markups. At rockauto.com, you could easily find everything you need, and whether you're a mechanic, an auto shop, or just someone working on their own car, everyone has access to the same incredible pricing at rockauto.com. So if you're a car guy or girl, right now, go to rockauto.com and check out all the parts available for your car. You're going to have so much fun looking at car parts, especially if you're autistic. But I mean, like, otherwise, like, to be honest with you, like, it'll be fine. Like, if you need a car part, it's a great place to get a car part. Are you going to have the most fun looking at car parts? Maybe, maybe not. It kind of really depends on the type of person you are. But if you need a car part, this is the place to go. So go do it. One more time, that's rockauto.com, rockauto.com. There's no promo code needed because their pricing is already that good. But when you order, it'd be really cool if you let them know that you heard about them on Broad Topix podcast. rockauto.com. Let's get back to the show. The mics, I don't have my headphones on. I keep saying the mic's not on.
You were actually right.
Yeah? Okay.
The craft service person made the coffee. The coffee was sitting there in front of me. The producer who came in...
You mean he made your cup of coffee?
Yeah. The producer who stepped in and stopped him from giving me the coffee just wasted a cup of coffee that is not going to anyone.
But I understand the producer. It's like, no, you're actually not getting this fucking cup of coffee.
But also, if they let it slide with every asshole who comes up to them on the New York City street, it's going to be a fucking problem.
I'm the first one to think of it.
You're not.
You're the first one to act on it.
Yes.
You think everybody that walked by didn't go, I should just grab a free
wish
coffee.
I could have just a free coffee from here.
All right.
Yes.
You think I didn't think of it before you said it?
You think I didn't think of it when I walked by? I literally said, I wish I could steal from craft services.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, we could have.
No.
I could have gotten a croissant. I could have gotten a bagel.
But you couldn't have. You tried and you got caught.
And you also didn't ask for a croissant or bagel.
And also, Kim made a really good point a second ago that when she said, are you part of the production? you should have said, "Oh no, I just thought you guys were selling coffee here. I thought this was a pop-up."
It would have been the perfect excuse to get away with it.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said,
No,
I'm just getting a cup of coffee.
No,
What are you talking about?
No, you didn't. You said, "What?" And then she said, "Are you part of the production?" You said, no.
No, I didn't. I said,
Meanwhile,
no,
Alex
I'm
is
just getting a cup
refreshing
of
an old
coffee.
Facebook feed for the 80th time, pretending.
Just pretending that I'm not with you and I don't know what's going on around me. I mean, it was crazy, dude.
I mean, it was bad.
So then we have to walk away.
I will say, it was bad,
Yeah.
but not as bad as what
Not
happened.
as bad as what's next. First of all, after that, the two of us have to walk away with our tail between our legs.
Oh, the worst.
Like,
Not even worth
maybe
the
like, I
risk
told
of
you-
the free.
I told you it wasn't going to work, dude.
Also, this is not like some Mediterranean coffee. It's
Also,
craft service.
we're 30. We're in our 30s.
We could
It's
get coffee.
so much more embarrassing than being 17 and going up and as a joke trying to get a coffee
Harrington
from
looks-
craft services. He's
You-
embarrassed now, which
Yeah.
is good. It's like, I'm glad that he could feel that emotion. I wasn't sure if he could.
He's denying it, but I fully believe is embarrassed. Look, he's coming back.
I'm not even 1% embarrassed.
Not even 1%.
That's a problem. That's actually
it was
a
a
problem.
little embarrassing.
I was thinking about it today.
Situationally.
I was thinking about it today as I was walking up.
And you
I
felt
was
no
like,
embarrassment.
I was like, please, God, have craft services here again. Because I will succeed in
Wants
getting
to
a
get it.
pastry.
He feels like he's one pastry down.
It's crazy
He's
that
one cup of coffee down. He's got to up them by a pastry. You know that everything has
Mike,
a value.
you have to
Pastries have a high value in our household.
somehow we have. It's not my problem, but you have to teach him to be a little embarrassed. Or
I don't want to teach him to be embarrassed. It's something that I like about him that he lives his life so out loud. You know that was part of the initial attraction, baby girl. You know me, that I'm embarrassed of everything, and I just like that I have a boyfriend who gives
You've actually said that
zero
before.
fucks.
He's not embarrassed.
It's so cool to me, honestly. Not in these circumstances, but there are other circumstances where it's actually really cool to not be embarrassed, and it's a great attribute that he has. But
I feel
in
like
order to
everyone needs to be more embarrassed.
it's that catch-22, sis. In order to get the best of him, I have to allow myself to be
get
embarrassed by craft services.
Well, that wasn't the most embarrassing part of the movie.
It wasn't. It was much later in the afternoon.
When the problem is he wasn't embarrassed, and he
that
was
in
actually
itself
in
turned
fact,
out really embarrassing.
Yeah,
for
the
me.
fact that he wasn't embarrassed doubled down
Mm-hmm.
into making a situation more embarrassing, which is when we're all out front smoking a blunt with the owner of Gas Digital, and Harrington just truly has no concept of he did anything wrong or embarrassing. He kind of just thought like in his head he was playing a video game against someone else and he lost that round, and that's how everyone sees it. We're just gonna play again later.
He just respawned.
he'll just respawn.
He's
the
gonna
moment.
respawn as soon as craft services sets up today.
Hey, your man loves a respawn.
He loves a respawn, which I also love about him.
Yeah, listen. I know you let a mist all over my air.
No, I let him goo. Kim thinks you come a mist, and I said you come goo. What about this man says anything but
I can't
goo?
have him proudly confirming his goo cum.
He was so proud, dude.
I can't.
Look at us, baby. Baby, show us how happy you are. You goo.
He's happy. He goes.
Him's happy. That's a smile on that man's face.
Alex is horny. I'm fucking the driest. My pussy's the Sahara.
I don't know, dude. I can't explain it, but Mike does it for me. I don't know what to tell you. He's wild. He's a crazy man.
Mike does it for me is not a thing I would ever thought I would hear.
No, but you've
Coming
known
out of
it.
your mouth. I've known it.
She's known it, by the way, since like we've become friends.
5 years ago.
Kim has known from day one that Mike does it.
Let me tell you what kind of friend I am. I'm the kind of friend that knows it, but when you're not ready to tell me, I won't say anything until you're ready.
Mention it.
I will never mention a secret a friend's not ready. I have friends who I've been friends with for 9 years who I fully know are gay, and they just haven't come out to me. And they're my closest friends.
Kim prodded so lightly, like 5 years ago when we were on an airplane to Vegas for Lewis's fight, and you said something about how like you started kind of openly talking about like me and Mike a little bit, but then you didn't say anything else again for years until at one point last year you were like, you should just clean Mike up and date him.
Yeah, I was like, you might as well. We can't do this sneaky thing anymore you're doing. Please, just fucking make him clean his room.
It's true.
But yeah, like we were saying, the worst part happened next. We're all smoking a blunt with the owner of Gas Digital.
It's just the four of us too.
It's just the four, and we're having a good time. Lewis is in a great mood.
He came by just to smoke with us.
He came by just to smoke. Well, he's been doing that a lot.
He was up the block. He was at Ralph's.
I will brag a little. He has been walking by to pop in and smoke with us. He loves us.
Hello.
He loves to take us out to a lunch.
He loves it.
He loves.
Disappointing that he didn't have the time this week.
We love when Lewis takes us out.
We
to
love
lunch.
a good lunch. Lewis, the last time we all went out to lunch, I hadn't drank alcohol in like 3 years, and Lewis was like, "Alex, have a glass of wine," and I was like, "No, I'm okay. I haven't drank in a while." And he was like, "Alex, have a glass of wine." And I was like, "No, I really don't want it." And he's like, "Alex, have a fucking glass of wine."
And you're like, he did force you out of sobriety.
We had a good time, yeah.
So we're all smoking a blunt, having a great time. Lewis is in a great mood, and
He's in the
we get
best mood.
shushed by production, I think is what happens.
Yeah.
In the middle of the blunt, and Lewis goes, "They're driving me crazy," and proudly, unembarrassed, like almost like he's saying something that would make Lewis happy, like a revenge for them making us quiet. He goes, "Yeah, I tried to steal from Craft Services earlier." And he did it with his like arm around Alex, like he had a leather jacket on and a Harley outside.
Which is not what I wanted to hear while his arm was around me. Like we were fully.
But that's your man. You gonna stick by?
Listen, if we don't come off as an item already, the way that we looked like one person, like at that moment, like we were just two parts of one person when he said that.
Two parts, one thief.
Like we were two hearts beating to the same rhythm
When the same coffee craft.
When he fucking proudly told our boss, that he was trying to steal from Craft Services this morning.
And he said it with such a smile. And instantly, Lewis went, "Don't do that.
Don't do that.
And he did
Stop.
the same thing that he did when he got caught getting the coffee, which he went, "Huh?
What?" He went, "What?
What?" And Lewis is like,
Well, you know that,
we
like,
work here. They're doing a production in our
They're
building.
renting out from the building. We rent out from the building. We don't want to have head-to-head battles between two people who are renting out from our landlord.
goes, "You
it doesn't
can't-
look good. We're a company. They're a company."
We have coffee, Harrington. He said, "Dude, we have coffee." And the look, and it just got awkward after that.
It just got awkward, dude.
To watch a grown
I took a step away.
Let me name all the things that were awkward about it. One, the whole situation. The fact that he stole is awkward. The fact that you had to steal next to him and you didn't want to
The fact that we got caught is awkward.
The fact that you got caught is awkward. The fact that he admitted it is awkward. The fact that a grown man had to yell at another grown man is awkward.
The fact that he's admitting it to his boss, who's also his friend, but primarily his boss, is awkward.
The fact that he had to admit it to a grown man and then had to be reprimanded in front of his girlfriend.
Reprimanded by somebody who, for some reason, he thought was going to be like, nice.
Yeah. the fact that he got reprimanded in front of you, and he got reprimanded in front of you, and then it happened in front of me, in front of you,
and in front of my boss,
and in front of your every angle of it.
It was too many things.
Every angle, and then it was just silent. And then Alex, like the fucking good girlfriend she is, just reaches and gives him a little beard rub. She didn't know what to do. She just supported him emotionally. It is true. You are sticking by this man till the day that there is no way you're not together till the end. The way you are standing for the things that he's doing.
Truly,
you are doing wifely duties. The way where it's like, we're not wrong. You're not wrong unless it's behind closed doors.
Rubbed his beard as if to say, "I'm sorry that you've been so stupid in front of both of us."
Yeah.
I'm sorry for us, and it's okay. I'm in it with you.
It is exactly the beard rub that man was given.
Yeah, which is probably the beard rub he needed, honestly.
And I didn't know what to say, so obviously I make a joke. I go, "Oh, he's got a little bit of bagel from the services into the beard." And then it's just we
moved on. Listen, we're good on it. We're good at moving on from awkward moments. There's a lot of like people say something too mean and it gets awkward for a second around here, and it's fine. We bounce back. We're like bubbles, baby. They don't bounce back, they pop.
Yeah.
We're like balloons, baby.
Yeah, balloons.
Yeah. So
we were going to talk about something by getting into this. Do you remember what we talked about yesterday? We'll talk about the mic thing first.
Right. So he's a number from 1 to 10, but he steals from Craft Services.
The TikTok game.
Yeah. But you have to give him his number because I can't propose it. You know what I mean?
I have to give Mike his number.
Yeah, you have
He's
to
a
propose.
negative 17.
But he steals from Craft Services.
I was like, he's a 10.
10. He's a 10.
She's gonna stick by him. She's gonna stick one thing about Alex. She's gonna stick by her man. No matter what. I've seen Alex be. I mean, the patience I've hanging out with Alex and Mike. Mike has done things where I'm like, in my head, I go, break up with him right now. Do it in front of me. Punish him. And Alex will be like, it's okay, baby.
But it's never a big deal, by the way. You would break up with a dude over little deals.
Every time Alex leaves her house, gets in the car, gets into the middle of traffic, and Mike goes, oh, my hydro flask. Every day. She's late. The whole network is, when the podcasts come out late, it's because Mike forgot his water bottle.
It's because Mike forgot his gallon water bottle.
I want everyone to know, anytime that something's late or the servers aren't working, Mike just forgot something, and Alex every day has to turn around, and it's always like things that he should have. He's like, my beard.
My
and
sunglasses.
Like, how did you forget your beard? It's connected to you. It's things that are like, when he has a child, he will leave it.
You think so?
Yes!
You think that we are prime candidates for backseat death?
Backseat. If your child doesn't die that way, I'll be shocked.
You'll be impressed with us.
I'll be impressed.
We're really good parents if we don't kill our kid in the backseat.
The majority of motherhood checking a backseat. Leaving her job to drive to wherever Mike is working.
To
and she'll
check
be
the
like,
backseat on a hot day.
Because Mike's busy, and she'll be like, don't worry, honey, I'll check the backseat.
Yeah,
for the
and he's not answering his phone for some reason because he left it at the last place he was at.
It's constant, dude.
I love the man.
When we go to get the water bottle,
you.
Suddenly it'll be like, yeah, but I forgot. Like, I think at an airport once he forgot shoes.
He forgot shoes.
He walked out of an airport once barefoot.
There was a time where there was a ton of drama because he left an airplane without getting his bag from the overhead bin.
How?
And you know how they don't let you back on the plane? It's like drama if you forget something on the plane.
Can I tell you?
His full bag, he just put it up in the overhead bin and then forgot he had a bag in the overhead bin.
It takes no less than 45 minutes to deboard a plane, and the whole time all you're doing is staring at everyone grab their things.
Yeah.
How do you not go, is there something I'm missing? How?
It's the only task that people are doing is they're reaching up into the bins and grabbing
it's like watching, it's like if you did have a kid and you were going to leave it in the car, it's like watching 10,000 parents take their kid out of a back seat before you lock yours in it.
And not only that, but like having trouble. Like not just a quick grab the kid and go, but like the kid's crying.
The kid's crying. It's
like,
making the parent looks at you and goes, don't you hate it when they're in the back seat? I mean, over and over again for about 40 minutes. And then...
This smoke break is brought to you by YoDelta.com, the official Getting High sponsor of the Gas Digital Network.
It's crazy.
It's truly crazy. No, but I don't know. The little things don't bother me. I think it's because I had an ex who truly made my life a problem from the beginning of the first time we talked in the morning to the end of everything. Everything I did was a problem. So it's like, if the things that you're doing are minor problems for me, I could get over it as long as the things that I do are not fucking massive problems for you. And the way that you know that, like, Mike never says no to me.
Never. He never gets the right thing, but he never says no when you ask. No, he always gets the right thing.
He gets the right thing. He gets it done. Sometimes it takes a little longer than I would anticipate it taking, but at the end of the day, everything's taken care of.
The pet version of Mike is like, and Alex is like an owner who has like turn around and pay attention. It's like an owner who has like a blind deaf dog but loves it, like, you know, that puts it in the shows for Most Beautiful Dog.
See, I disagree because it's like look
at Mike, his arms are crossed. He is
I don't think you're a blind and deaf dog, Mikey.
We know that's what we're saying.
I think
you think he's the most beautiful dog in the pageant.
I think that he's a very good dog. He's a very good boy.
That sometimes runs into the wall because he didn't see it.
He didn't see the wall. Yeah,
but it's not his fault.
But when him run into the wall, you gotta give him extra pets to take care of him because he might have hurted himself.
Alex, Mike. Alex is down for you. Alex loves you, This whole podcast is she
I
loves
didn't
you.
call you a dog, by the way. I didn't start the dog analogy. I could tell the way you're looking at me.
I started the dog analogy.
I've talked about
to be
nothing but how
honest-
much I love you.
And
And
to
how
be honest, you missed the beginning of it. So don't come in here with your fucking face in the middle of our bit and be personally. This is another thing I'm done with Mike. He's got this thing where he's dating Alex now and he's like, oh, it's just, he's trying to like, whenever I come around, he's like, oh, it's just Kim and Alex again. I haven't even been around and he likes to pretend to be stressed because something else is happening. He loves it. Go ahead.
I believe he's truly stressed. I just can't figure out why, because we've been so light this week. We've been Kim and Alex diet. Kim and Alex. We've been barely making
A dent
Listen,
in your patience.
We still make conversation when we're around you, but we're not doing accents.
We
we're
haven't
not
done Sue
singing
once.
songs.
Have we sued?
We're hanging out like normal girls.
Have we
Mike.
sued,
I
Mike?
think we traumatized him in the past, and he's just traumatized at this point.
The first thing you did upon getting to town is steal shotgun from me.
That's the problem.
Okay,
we talked
can I
about
tell
this
you?
on this show already.
I've been sitting in Alex's front seat for 5 years. When I come into town as a lady, I should have shotgun.
And
Is that
also,
not crazy?
When we think about it, Mike, it's like the last time Kim came to visit and you were upset about it, you had some real serious reasons why you probably should be. We left you to sleep on this tiny, uncomfortable couch because there was no other place for Kim to sleep but my bed or the tiny, uncomfortable couch. Which I
Still
didn't
his
wanna
own
put her in.
fault. You have your own room. Clean it.
There was no TV for her in the bedroom. There was a bunch of different issues.
No, don't say the TV. I can sleep without a TV. Don't make me
It
seem
was
like
something
I'm
that was
picking-
important to me
Hey,
to have for a
I
guest.
want
though.
a lack of mist.
And she stayed for 10 days straight last time, and she stayed at our apartment the entire time for
And I
10
kicked you
days
out.
straight. So you asked for things to change, and now this time, this visit,
I slept in your sex room.
She slept in the sex room.
No Sue.
No Sue.
And I shared
She
shotgun.
only stayed 3 nights out of a full week that she stayed
We have
here.
to beg Mike for more nights together.
She only stayed for 3 nights, and they weren't even back to back, Mike.
You know how we have to treat Mike? It has to be like, whenever you want me to say, you have to be like, you ask Mike because he'll tell me no. We have to ask for sleepovers like Mike is our mom.
know
Like
what?
we really want to hang, but we know
Sounds
Mike is
like a joke, but we're gonna do it next time. You have to ask Mike because I always want you to sleep over, and the answer's always gonna be yes from me, Kimmy.
Now, Mike, I wasn't saying you're a dog. I was saying you're a blind, deaf, retarded dog.
I'm just saying, I know that Kim and I are a lot, but I just feel like we've made a very serious, concerted effort this week
To
to
include
not
you.
bother you and to include you and to be chill when we are with you, to
We
not
understand.
be
In the beginning-
annoying version of ourselves. We were just trying to be like Kim and Alex, who are friends with Mike. Like, you know,
We're sorry.
we're sorry.
We'll get you a coffee from Kraft.
We're gonna go to Craft Services and steal for you, so you don't have to
We're
do
gonna
it
steal
yourself.
in the name of you.
We're gonna steal extra. You get a croissant too.
Stealing in the name of. Stealing in the name of. Harrington, do what he told ya. Harrington, do what he told ya.
Harrington, don't do what he told ya.
Harrington, don't do what he told ya. Forgot my water bottle, forgot my keys, forgot my croissant because I stole it, yeah.
Forgot my vape. Forgot my head.
Forgot my head. Forgot my head. Forgot my head. Ah. I gotta say, I thought I left things a lot. You know what? I will say this. I used to forget things a lot more, and I don't know what happened. There
Dude,
was a shift.
You started hanging out with me and Mike, and you went on the ski trip with me and Mike. And
The ski trip with you two, trauma. I think it's contagious if you lose things a lot and you're with someone that loses things. You start losing things because
Yes.
you're looking for their things, so you put your own things down for a second.
And not only that, but like when the two of us are leaving the house in the morning, even as chill as we are, it's fucking sheer chaos. We've got 20 minutes to get to a place that's 40 minutes away. I gotta put
Mike's got to go for some reason. Every time I've seen him this week, you've had to be somewhere in 5 minutes. He's like, I'm going to go for a quick 30-minute run. It's like, what do you mean you're going for a 30-minute
The way
run?
this man-
We have to,
have to talk
all
about
week.
our
Mike's had to be
fitness.
somewhere in an hour. It takes an hour and 15 to get from his house. And 45 minutes to where he has to be. He's like, I'm going to go take a quick workout.
He's like, I'm gonna run for a quick 30, take a shower. I'll be out of here in no time.
It is crazy. It is crazy. If I have to be somewhere at 9, I don't sleep the entire night. I wake up at 7. I pack all my
7 is
things,
appropriate.
and then
And-
I'm there at like 8:58.
Yeah. Yeah, which is late to me, by the way.
Which is
it
late.
makes you feel late already because you're only 2 minutes early.
You
You,
only-
should be at absolute fucking minimum 15 minutes early to something, but on proper, you should be about 30 minutes early, just in case.
I like a good
that extra
10.
15.
I like being somewhere 10 minutes early so I have a moment to breathe.
Right, but if you don't plan to be 30 minutes early,
You're never breathing.
You're never going to be 10 minutes early.
No. It is crazy.
I've had to give up on those feelings, though. I say when we're both ready, we'll leave and the world will follow. I don't know what to say.
The world goes around your schedule.
It has to, or else I have to give up on everything. It's like either if it's
yeah.
I mean, it is better late than never, right?
It's true, yeah, and it doesn't matter. Remember, we were saying this yesterday. At one point, we were so stressed about something, and Alex was like, "I just can't believe I have to upload this podcast." And I looked at her and I go, "We're gonna be dead soon."
What we had truly that day, we thought we had about 4 podcasts scheduled, and we were like, we woke up at 11 because we were exhausted, and we were like, "The day's already gone. How are we gonna do 4 shows?" By the way, we canceled 3 out of those 4 shows that day. And even if we had to do the 4, they're just podcasts. I didn't need to be crying on the couch because I was so anxious about my day.
Yeah.
It's fucking psychotic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone gets worked up.
Let's talk about the ski trip.
Let's talk about the ski trip again. Let's go back.
I've never seen more people lose things in my life.
I lost everything that week.
You lost everything that week. I mean, every time we went from one place to another, Mike or Alex would be like, "Where'd this go?"
I lost my dabs. I lost
their
dabs.
They both lost their vapes. At one point, I skied down a mountain that neither of them went down and found one of their vapes. I'm like, "How is your vape on this mountain? We're not here." Your things were in the snow. You had like cell phone. At one point, Mike lost his cell phone.
He went up the mountain 3 times, by the way, and on the final time, he lost his cell phone on the way down.
How?
And he was like, "Just go back up and look for it. It'll be near the spot where I crashed." And I was like, "Mike, you crashed every 15 feet down this mountain. You crashed your way down the mountain."
I quite literally watched you start figuring out how to ski and then turn around and try to go up the mountain. Actually,
the poor guy started moving backwards down the mountain.
It was crazy.
Spoiler alert.
Crazy. I remember at one point he told you to listen for his phone. Yeah. He would call it.
Well, no. So Alex, he signed it. This was crazy, dude. Okay. This was actually something that in the moment I was like, compose yourself. Maybe there's a chance it'll work. I don't know what to say. Don't yell at him.
I'll tell you one thing. She gonna stick by. She gonna stick by him.
I'm gonna stick by my man. He signed into his Find My iPhone on my phone, right? And then he goes, "It'll be easy. Just when you get up there, just start playing the noise on my phone." So this requires me to stop on my way down the mountain.
Stop mid-mountain.
I have to stop.
Who knows where? But who knows where?
I'm pretty new to skiing, by the way.
There's not like where he's like, "Stop at the first red." Mm-hmm. It's just stop somewhere.
It's like somewhere between the top and bottom of this 10-minute track.
And it's not just one hill down. It's like if you've ever been hiking, it's a hiking trail where you go around corners.
I have to try to remember which route he took.
There's split roads, so she has to know Mike well enough to know which route he chose. It's like a fucking...
And then he wants me to slow down when I feel like I'm close to it, stop on my skis, pull my phone out of my pocket, take my glove off to be able to use my phone,
press the play
open
button.
Up this app that he
Put your ear to the
press
snow.
The button,
have service
on the mountain, and hope that I could hear his phone in the snow that everybody knows muffles the sound of everything.
And everyone's going by like...
Kids are screaming at each other. Come on, catch up!
I like the snow.
Eat my dust.
Shush! I'm trying to help my man.
I mean, it was fucking nonsensical. The concept that he thought that I would be able to find this phone.
At one point, you guys thought you hadn't lost anything, and I picked something up, and you on the way out, you guys.
That's ours.
Yes. I was just picking up things, finding them, and you guys are claiming it was fucking.
Oh, that's mine. I didn't even know that I brought that on this trip.
It was truly so crazy. It was
Last I saw that thing was in my underwear drawer. She's like,
it was like your vibrator. I'm like, how did this get out here? It's melting the snow. It's vibrating so fast. It's in a puddle.
I mean, it was truly crazy. And what was crazier was the fact that my man is a master manifester, and that I believe about him. Mm-hmm. To the core, Mike Harrington manifests his own reality.
Yes.
And on one trip down that mountain, I skied directly up to his phone, picked it up like it was nothing, put it in my pocket, and gave it back to him.
So annoying.
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
That's incredible, dude.
It is incredible. Good job, Mike. Losing your phone and me finding it. Great job. You did a great job there. I am supportive.
He's the alchemist. Wait.
Sob. I can't believe she thinks you cum mist.
It just was. Can we stop talking about the cum?
You keep bringing up the word mist.
You're right. Not mist being a trigger word for me now.
It seems like you want to talk about the cum. I talked about the cum once.
I'm sorry. I laughed.
And you know what? We skipped over the thing that we were talking about the cum for in the first place, which is the fact that I put brand new clean sheets on the bed
we
for
didn't
Kim.
skip over it. I said it was all logical and normal, and I have a mental illness.
No, but how nice I was to tell you about it in the first place.
I do think that was very sweet.
Because I could have totally just let you sleep in the bed.
And I would have never known, and I probably would have slept better.
And we got home so late, and I was like exhausted. And I was like, Kim, before we go to bed, I'm going to have to change your sheets because we fucked in the bed yesterday.
And I was like,
you were grateful.
I was.
You're not showing me the gratefulness that I'm expecting right now. I think that's the problem. That's why I'm going back to this conversation. I want another thank you for changing the cum sheets.
I do. And in the moment, I was like, thank you for telling me, because it is so easy just to be like, oh, let her sleep in it. It's not going to kill her.
I don't think you would have noticed.
I wouldn't have noticed. It wouldn't have killed me, but I might have gotten a crumb in my mouth.
No. I'm not fucking in a crumb bed. What you need to understand is that Mike lives with me now, okay?
It's hard to separate.
Things are not crummy.
It's hard to separate church and state. Sorry.
Those sheets get washed every time they get dirty. I have 3 different sets of sheets that go on his bed. Even if Laura were to have slept over my house the night before you, I would have put brand new fresh sheets on the bed for my Kimmy.
That make me feel good.
And so you cannot think of my home as the crust, even though I have moved in with the crusted. It is unfair. I am uncrustabling him.
Now you're working.
He is very uncrustable.
She's working 9 to 5 to uncrust her man.
My man is uncrustable, and I mean it. He's half as crusty as he was this time last year.
He is. He's like, you know what he is? He's like Alex uncrusted him, but every once in a while when she leaves him out too long, the edges get a little hard. And
I did go to Italy for 10 days. Which I'll tell you, I got back, I had to decrust the place a little bit. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't like his old apartment. I would have to move out. I would have to burn the place to the ground and start over.
His old apartment?
You're actually comfortable in my apartment, which is how you know it's not crusty.
Yeah. Yeah. You should know Alex's apartment is clean because I can stay there. I wouldn't stay there if it wasn't clean.
Yeah.
Well, that's our episode.
So that's that. We managed to talk about Mike for a full episode.
There was a lot to get out.
Yeah.
I feel better.
I feel great. I feel fantastic.
You guys, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Broad Topix. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon, on Instagram at Kim Congdon. Check me out on twitch.tv/QueenCong1. And check out my other podcast, This Bitch Podcast with Sarah Weinshank. Super funny, really fun. Yeah, support the pod. Give us some love. Alex, what about you? Where can people find you?
You could follow me on Twitter and Instagram at I am Alex Scar. Check out Sick and Portly. Watch Rick and Morty every Monday right after Legion of Skanks, only on gasdigitalnetwork.com/live. And if you like the show, subscribe to gasdigitalnetwork.com. Use promo code TOPIX, TOPIX, for a 7-day free trial, access to every single episode of every show on demand. Bonus content, live chats. Do it before September 1st when the price is going to go up and continue going up. If you do it before then, you could get grandfathered in at the lowest possible price ever.
Nice.
So do that.
Do that.
And yeah, thanks for listening, guys.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.